I have officially been demonetized on YouTube, which was my sole form of income. YouTube was my main moneymaker.
Hi everyone, welcome to yet another video. It's Ndagire here. Thanks for clicking on this video. Today we're going to be talking about some, I would say, dumb beings that think they are still in history where they used to do whatever they wanted, especially when it came to black people. So we have this woman. I've shared some videos of her where she was really being racist and, doing the most. And now this is the same woman that is coming out and crying to the public that her YouTube channel demonetized her. She's no longer accepted by some of her fellows. Like, she doesn't have any money to, live her life.
I have officially been demonetized on YouTube, which was my sole form of income. YouTube was my main moneymaker.
Let's talk about the new cost of doing business as a racist idiot. For decades, racism was a guaranteed grift. It was a new career path. Once upon a time, you could wrap yourself in hate and monetize the incompetence, and literally get rich while performing for an audience of cowards who aren't even brave enough to be loud and racist themselves. These people have had multiple examples of how this is a failed business model, yet they still continue to prove that they are monkeys by nature. We just watched a literal spider monkey jump from one tree to the next, knowing that it was gonna fall. But like the award-winning author Nicki Minaj once said, monkey see, monkey do. And the monkey of the day is Lily Gaddis. Lily Gaddis, another would-be influencer of ignorance, thought she could build her brand on the oldest, cheapest product available. Raw, unseasoned racism. She filmed herself serving up the same tired slurs, thinking it was her meal ticket. And what happened? Her main source of income vanished into thin air with the click of a terminate button. Just like that. This is the equation they're too stupid to comprehend. Racism equals loss. It's no longer a hidden subsidy. It's a bill that's due immediately. Platforms will demonetize you. Employers will fire you. Brands will drop you, which in turn makes you lose your family. And you should have had enough examples by now to know that you will not get away with racist grifting. The receipts are public. The consequences are documented. Yet you still do it. You are willing to burn down your entire lives for one more hit. And now that we can all see the price of blatant racism, we must continue to ignore these clowns. Let them enjoy the silence. It's all they can afford.
It just makes me question, what did you expect at the end of the day? What made you think that you could come? I shared a video of her during Halloween, where she came out and said she's mostly terrified of black women. Like, there were these monsters that she was really afraid of them. Like, black women are a problem, and that people are silencing her for, saying whatever that she says. But whatever that she says is always to attack black people. It means she cannot really be relevant without talking about black people. So now, consequences are coming in, as usual. These people don't want to take in accountability for their actions. She's kind of like, oh, I'm the victim. Remember, even though I did blackface and said black women are a problem, even though I've been coming and saying black people are a problem, I'm the victim as the white woman. Like, don't you see?
So, the little racist chick that did blackface just got demonetized on YouTube. And she has no backup plan. Basically, YouTube was her main source of income. And she thought, being very racist and ignorant, y'all don't think shit through, do y'all? Well, you know what it say. Racism is expensive. So, we don't feel sorry for you.
Which was my sole form of income.
Oh no, what a damn shame. That sounds like a personal problem, you moonshine cricket. So, this is the mayonnaise marauder who thought it was a cool idea to be blackface during Halloween and make stereotypical black people jokes. I got a better joke for you. Who's about to be homeless and eating dog food? Yo ass. What we learned. Man, I tell you what, your 5-year plan went crashing and burning when you decided to be a racist POS.
And also, because of this situation, it makes me go to Sydney Swinley, that, has been very controversial in the media with her ad that she did with American Eagle that was talking about jeans. And people were not really pleased about it, especially when it came to the black community. Because what do you mean you're showing jeans of J, but you're talking about jeans of G? Like, make it make sense. And when people called her out as a white woman, she was like, no, when I'm ready to talk about this, I will, because I don't see any issues with this. People are just overreaching.
Is there something that you want to say about the ad itself? The Sydney Sweeney has great jeans. Do you have...
The ad spoke for itself.
You think the ad spoke for itself? Okay. And the criticism of the content which was basically that maybe specifically in this political climate, like white people shouldn't joke about genetic superiority. Like that was kind of like the criticism, broadly speaking. And since you are talking about this, I just wanted to give you an opportunity to talk about that specifically.
I think that when I have an issue that I want to speak about, people will hear.
That is a hallmark of having more control of the project.
I think so. I think that as time goes on, people will see that I'm way more aware of things than people think.
Can you say a little bit more?
I mean, if I say it, then I like to let the art speak for itself.
And now we're in a time where she's losing money, she's not selling. There is no more publicity for her. Like, people don't want to see her on their screens. She's now coming out and talking about how she doesn't support hate, but was able to talk about genes of blue eyes and blonde hair passing and, sending those genes to the offsprings. But clearly, she was not seeing any issues with that.
As Sydney Sweeney has made the decision to finally address the American Eagle ad that was released in July, mind you, she also had the opportunity during a GQ interview to actually address some of this and said, when I have something that I need to say, you'll hear it. But now, after a movie has flopped, another one's not doing well, they're talking about not shooting her in certain scenes in Euphoria. Everybody thinks that racism is black and white, but something I learned very early on is it's also green. Because the reality for Sydney Sweeney, and I think a lot of people in the entertainment space, is recognizing that while the right and Republicans and MAGA might be art critics, they are not art consumers. The woke are the art consumers, and the anti-woke only talk about art, but they're not spending their money, their time, and their energy actually consuming the art critically. When you're Sydney Sweeney, or you're participating in a play, or you're a musician, what you say and don't say in regards to politics matters, especially when the ones who oftentimes are consuming are the ones who you are in so many ways alienating with your personal political positions. And the reality is the length of silence and the opportunities that Sydney had to say something and didn't mean that this particular statement she's released not only was not well written, but comes across as very hollow and seems reactionary to losing green, trying to align with alt-right white. And what I did say a couple months ago is I am concerned about if more and more white entertainers find themselves at home with MAGA. And the reality is they could be at home with MAGA ideologically, but when it comes down to the money, they need to realize who actually buys the stuff, because cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money, dollar, dollar bill, y'all. So whether you're Sydney Sweeney or Christian Chenoweth or any other artist who is either vocally or silently aligning yourself, this right here should be a good lesson for everyone to learn.
Well, hell must have froze right on over, and Sydney Sweeney's publicist must have finally clocked into her shift, because it looks like she's finally speaking out in regards to the American Eagle ad. She tells People magazine, "I was honestly surprised by the reaction. I did it because I love the jeans and I love the brand. I don't support the views some people chose to connect to the campaign. Many have assigned motives and labels to me that just aren't true." She tells People magazine she's someone who leads with kindness. And that she's addressing the campaign backlash to clarify her stance and dispel negativity. Anyone who knows me knows that I'm always trying to bring people together. I'm against hate and divisiveness. In the past, my stance has been to never respond to negative or positive press, but recently I have come to realize that my silence regarding this issue has only widened the divide, not closed it. So I hope this new year brings more focus on what connects us instead of what divides us. AKA, my movie flopped and I need to save my career. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it. Because the truth of the matter is, you had an opportunity that an interview perfectly set up for you to address this, and you chose to be smug and not give a fuck. But because obviously it's affecting your career and you have these new movies coming out and the studio's probably putting pressure on you to finally say something, now something's being said because it's actually affecting your income and your job, okay? So now you care when it affects you, but you didn't care when it affected everybody else, did you? And I know some people are gonna say, well, aren't you just happy she finally said something? Like, why are you never satisfied? I already know it, I see it coming. Here's the thing, I mean, it's good that she said something, I guess, but like, the tonality of that to me just gave, she's trying to say that like what people came to their own conclusions, she doesn't align with that. But it doesn't change the fact that you were a part of a eugenics ad. This is just like the bare minimum bullshit ass, like here damn ass statement that I've ever heard. Because she needs to do this, obviously. Like, it is what it is. I'm still not watching the movies. I don't give a fuck.
So it really shows that these people know what they are doing until it comes out and, bites them in the face, especially when it comes to losing money. Because tell me why this Gladys, lady is coming out to talk about, oh, my YouTube was demonetized, it was my source of income. You knew your source of income was YouTube, but you continue doing that because you are monetizing off of hating other groups of people. What does she want people to do? What does she expect is going to happen? Like, people are going to come in like, oh, sorry, we're going to fight for you. How? It, are they? Are they? Sometimes I don't even think these people do these things because they mean them. They do them and do this because they can monetize off of it. They can monetize off of hating Black people, people of color, and be probably invited in spaces and be seen by certain groups of people for you to kind of have some kind of importance, and you just don't have it. You really just don't have it. Like, it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think about this. I mean, I love this. I love seeing this. You're not in a time anymore, as especially a palmed woman, coming on the streets of the internet talking about Black people. I mean, if celebrities like, let's say, Sydney Sweeney, like the one that did the jeans, jeans ad, if she's getting cancelled and she has more popularity than you, who do you think you are that you're going to stay relevant?
I don't have a 5-year plan. I don't plan ahead. I live in the moment.
I am so happy to hear this. If you do not know who this is, she's notorious for doing this. We're not going to speak her name because she does not deserve that kind of relevancy, but I thought I would deliver some good news to you this morning, okay, because this SO had decided that she was going to make some of the most horrific videos on YouTube. She was getting paid like $100,000 a year to do this. She experienced lifestyle creep. She probably got the nicest apartment. She's got a lot of bills due. She expected those YouTube checks to keep clearing every single month. And now she's falling flat on her face as she's been demonetized. She even appealed this and YouTube was like, no, we're not going to pay for this BS anymore. She has no other source of income, no other stream of income. The lesson here is to maybe not make your entire income around being the most horrible person imaginable. Just know that we are all taking great enjoyment in watching this happen.
As you've heard in the video, that is what everybody had to say. I mean, I cannot add on that. Yeah, I mean, what an interesting way to end the year. The racist people are actually losing money. All I have to say is don't play with Black people. Don't play with African people. We are protected in, ways. So, interesting. Guys, I'll see you in another video. Bye.